Welcome to the Bearded Sharpener. Today is part 2 of a series of 5 videos making the blued up knife from knifekits.com. In this video, I will show everyone how to drill the pinholes in the diamond scales and attach them to the blade with 2-part epoxy. I try to give everyone new tips and ideas in each knife build series. And now we're going to zoom in close, go over a few things. We'll get these drilled, get it glued up, then we'll be ready for part 3. There's a few things I'd like to go over before we drill the holes in these scales. Make sure you got a backer bore so when you drill through, you don't split out your scales. Also, if you file each end of a pin down, it makes it much easier to go in. You'll need a few tools. I've got a scribe. This way I can get it exactly centered in here. I'm using a drill rather than a drill press as I don't have one. Got your 2-part epoxy, little cut, stir, and you will need a pair of these. This is the stickiest stuff you'll ever encounter. Now we'll change the camera angle and we'll get started on this. You can see I've already taped up this blade so we don't damage the edge and I do not get cut. I'm going to tape up one side of this where we can start getting everything lined up. And this looks about like where I want to have it. Put this just a little bit over so I'd have plenty of room. Just put one wrap of tape on it. That way I get it all lined up before I get it tight. I believe this looks good. Just stick this in there just for a moment so I can wrap some more tape on it. Being careful not to change my adjustment on it. And double check everything before you start ripping. We'll readjust this a little after we get the first pin drilled. Now that I've got that part done, we'll do this. Lay everything's good and sturdy. This little scribe. You're going to need a 1/8 inch drill bit to do this. And be careful. Take your time. We'll put the first pin in. Use a little brass mallet. You won't mar up the pin as much. trying to keep them as centered as I can. Take the second pin, we'll tap it in here. Now that I've got both pins in, we can take this out of the vise. Now that I have the second scale drilled, we'll take the tape off and we can epoxy these together. And here's where a little file comes in handy to pull this back off. This little diamond file on the lever mount, it does a great job. Of course, you don't need a diamond. If you have it, use it. See how much easier that was to come off. Now put on these little gloves. So what we mix up epoxy. These little solo cups work great. Don't waste as much this way. The first knife I made, I wasted quite a bit. Get them even. That should be enough to do both of these. Get it stirred up well. That way you know it's gonna boil. If you don't get it up mixed up, you can always mix just a little more. I try not to get too much on it, but you can sand it off if you do. Just a little extra work. But I'll do one, make sure they hold. I believe everyone can see how much is on there. Put some on this one, no point taking the pins back out. Of course, when I push these back in, a little more is going to get in there. We'll set this to the sides. Make sure it stays good and clean. Got that on. Now we'll put this one and we'll gently tap it on here. Now I'm going to change the camera angle so everyone can see how I put this in the vise. Now we'll get these two pressed together. Part 3 of a video, we'll be sanding and shaping the handle and putting the design work in it. After that, we're going to put this on a buffer for a 4th episode and buff some carbonyl wax in. You're going to like the finish. Till then, the bearded sharpener. Just a reminder for the viewers, like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll stay up to date on all the latest content from the Bearded Sharpener, bringing great reviews on great products. Till then, have a good day.